Right.
Mhm.
No, and then you had one that's you at the conference at the AI. It was summer. So we could talk about back up where you wanted to see. Here's everything. Yeah, here's everything you did. You just summary. Yeah.
Well, they were in. You don't have to.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and
She wrote.
peripherally.
But it's home of a lawyer suing a lawyer. And she said, it's so good. And she, and it's like, they all think that's something that's.
I used it, yeah. Couple different things, but I haven't, yeah.
She puts in the voice of famous author.
Yeah, I put it up things that are like, you know, like, you know, a thing, or like, sometimes it's like, dream life.
Yeah. You want to take it off.
Yeah, but. We got, you know.
I think it was just copy of it, and it sounds like the session was really long. Okay, 7 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. The pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation. Borough complied with the notification of sunshine law by adopting prior to January 10th this year, a resolution prescribing the date, time, and location of all regular meetings of the commission. This meeting is one of the meetings listed in such resolution, and copies of the resolution were prior to January 10th filed with the borough.
And a motion to file all the fourth tax fund for zoning.
Second. Well, let me just say at the outset, Commissioner Lewandowski is tied up with a family matter and was not able to attend.
Through the second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1791, amending in its entirety, chapter 135 of the Code of the Borough of Collinsville construction codes and uniform.
So this is revising some of the construction codes at the request of our construction code official and our departments. This is the public hearing on these, on this amendment. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this? Okay.
Mayor Mallon?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. We have the second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1792 appropriating $550,000 from the general capital improvement fund to purchase property and rehabilitate and abandoned property.
So this is going to be used. Part of it is a contingency fund in the event that we need to purchase the former gas station at Haddon and Browning Roads. Possible we may be able to secure that property without paying for it, in which case they'll just go back to the capital improvement fund. But part of it is required in case we need to pay the money for it. And then the second is is for refurbishing a property. Sandra, help me address it.
600K.
King, 600 King. That's part of our abandoned property program. That will be that renovation cost. St. Joe's Carpenter Society is set up to do the work, and that money will be recouped. We expect when we sell the property, just like these other on the abandoned properties that we've done. This is the public hearing on this ordinance. Anyone that would like to be heard, this is your opportunity. Okay,
Mayor Mallon?
yes.
Mr. Robinson? Okay, we have the second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1793, amending chapter 163 of the Code of the Borough of Collinsville fire retention.
So this is revising certain penalties for outdoor burning of materials. It's been requested by the fire department to make these changes. It actually was put in place before the drought issues that came about. So we're that's what this is. If anyone would like to raise like to bring anything before the commission, this is your opportunity to do so. Okay,
Mayor Mallon?
yes.
Mr. Robinson? Yes. And we have the second reading of public hearing of ordinance 1794 and ordinance of the Collinsville authorizing the tax abatement for a property located in 40 West Pike and agreement pursuant to the 5-year exemption and law.
So this is granting a 5-year payment plan or abatement where there'll be payments made that'll increase basically 20, 40, 60, 80% of what the taxes otherwise will be. This is to give, a little bit of it was agreed to give an incentive for the construction of the building back before there was a building. And also to encourage, the developer to make the building look good. Which I think we accomplished. I think it's the best looking self-storage facility I've ever seen. It doesn't look like a self-storage facility, but that's what this is. This is the public hearing on the ordinance. Anyone like to be heard on this? Okay,
Mayor Manley?
yes.
Commissioner Robinson? Yes. Maybe the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1795 authorizing a long-term tax exemption and a financial agreement between the Borough of Collinswood and Thirty Fern Urban Renewal LLC for the property located at 30 Fern Avenue.
So this is related to the redevelopment of the former Presbyterian Church at Fern and Maple. It'll be converted into roughly 30 apartments. 4 of them will be affordable, deed restricted affordable apartments. Kind of knock back the size of this project tied to the parking. And with that, we're giving them, they're getting a long-term abatement. And that's what this is. So, this is a public hearing on the abatement. Anyone like to bring it before the commission? Yes, Wayne, just name and address.
Sure, Wayne Rossi, 114 East Palmer Ave. So what I'd like to know is, I noticed that everything in this is spelled out with 30 Fern Urban Renewal LLC. Does the abatement transfer if this is sold to another entity?
It could, they would have to get approval of the governing body in order to transfer it to someone else.
The governing body being the
The
commission?
commissioners, yes, have to get approval here to transfer it to somebody else.
Do you anticipate 30 Fern Urban Renewal being the long-term owner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they've kind of got themselves in a nice little niche. They've converted a few different churches in Philadelphia. This is the first on the Jersey side, and they've come on to all this. Okay. All right,
Mayor Manley?
yes.
Commissioner Robinson? Yeah. Okay, the first reading of ordinance 1796 salaries.
This is simply for start of the year salaries, increases on our employees who are not covered by contract. That's just covered under this. Public hearing will be at the December 23rd meeting. 23rd. So the December 23rd meeting is at 10 a.m. here.
Yes, downstairs.
Okay. Downstairs. That's the end of the year, kind of close out.
Mayor Manley?
Yes,
Commissioner Robinson? Yes. Okay, the first reading of ordinance 1797 water rights.
this is increasing the water, but probably do this and 98 to.
Okay, and the first reading of ordinance 1798 sewer rights.
These are increases on the water and sewer rents, very minor increases on the two. Again, on both of them, we've devoted substantial funds over the last several years to capital improvements in, especially the water system, getting rid of the contaminant PFAS. And it's actually, there's gonna be even further improvements that need to be made because after the state lowered the standard, now the feds have lowered the standard even further. So once we have a certain group, a certain set in place, now we gotta upgrade that even more. So these, the public hearing on these will be December 23, 10 a.m. downstairs in the community center.
I'm sorry, Mayor Manley?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson? Yes. All right, public comment.
Okay, you don't remember my.
Yeah,
That's all right. Okay.
I was. Public comment on the resolution agenda.
Yeah, so there any public comment on the items that are on the resolution, any questions, any comments, anything anybody wants to know or? Okay,
For the 2025 meeting schedule for the Borough of Collinswood Board of Commissioners.
yes,
Also on that list is library and historic, so that'll go. Canceling tax account balances less than $5.
yes,
And authorizing to advertise for bid towing services.
yes,
And then approving the payment bills as presented by the treasurer.
yes. Mr. Robinson?
Just want to thank everybody for the volunteers and staff who did all the hard work for the tree lighting and the parade. successful events. This Friday is the deadline to enter the property, decoration contest. And I cannot overstate the importance of shopping mall. It's the lifeblood of the town and it means everything to small businesses. Purchases in big box mean nothing. So.
I want to echo, Gordon's comments about the events that went on, the volunteers it takes to put on the parade, the volunteers and the crew, thanks to Lindsay, everyone, Friday night was, there's just, it's one of the great events of the season, of all year, that tree lighting ceremony. And it's not because we light the tree, it's because the guy in the red suit, arrives. And I want to give a shout out to Santa's best friend, Scott Irwin, who's been Santa's best friend, helping him over that roof for the last 20 years. Is going to be hanging up that best friend status, and we want to thank him for all his work and all his time in doing that. It is those of us involved with running it, as we watch him come down, we have a lump in our throat every step of the way down. And we're happy that he's made it, that Santa has been able to make it with Scott's great help for all these years. My other announcement is not as happy an announcement, which is the work that we've been doing on the project for development of the water tower area. We're about to put a pause on, put pencils down. We've done a lot of work. I can't say enough about Deb Tandleth, the developer that's worked with us. We've had a couple sessions, public sessions. We've had a few other working sessions with her. And it's simply the numbers don't work. We're at a point where the investment by the borough for the public parking, for maintaining a size and scope of this project that is one that we think fits into the area, is those competing interests kind of make the financials not work for us. They could in the future sometime, I don't know, it would take a lot of changes for that to happen. But we're putting pencils down, so the water tower project is not moving forward. We're ending that process right now. Really disappointing because I think it's something that would really, in the long term, be really, really good for the borough. But it is not, it should not in a good place right now from the numbers. So we're letting that stop. And just promote two other events. Friday night is the fire engine parade, great event around the park between Collingswood and Haddon Township. And on the 14th is the pop-up event in Cal Lane. So encourage you all to take part in that. It's it's a great time of year. Okay, it's open to the public. Anyone have anything you want to bring for the commission? Go ahead, Wayne, name and address.
Yeah, Wayne Rossi, 114 East Palmer Ave. So I've noticed, and I assume everyone knows, the dispensary in town has opened. I saw a friend's receipt and noticed there's a city tax on it. I'm guessing this is a completely new revenue stream, and I would think that at least part or a significant part of that should all, is that going to the schools?
It's not required to go to schools, no.
Do you have any plans to?
We don't have any plans. We talked about it as a possible source. Someday when the school district meets with us, we can all talk about it.
Okay,
But yeah, we have, and we also have no idea what the revenue stream is going to be.
I mean, it's 2%,
Support
right?
your local business.
It's 2%, right?
Yeah,
For the, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, of the retail sales.
Yeah, so the other thing, you mentioned that the water tower project now isn't happening. Is the building, the old Public Works building just gonna stay there?
For right now, yeah, we'll be thinking about what we're gonna do, moving forward. Okay, all right. All right, we're adjourned.